Guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. My name is Heather. I'm a homeschool mom of 3 kids, elementary, middle, and high school age. Today is going to be kind of like a end of year reset. No, 2023 reset, something reset. Typically at the end of a month, I will have a planning day, and it is the week between Christmas and New Year's. And so I am spending a little bit more time planning and prepping for the new year and a new month than I typically will do on a month-to-month basis. So I thought I would vlog today and take you along with what I am doing. It is figuring out financial plans, setting up my goals for January. I've already done my 2023 goals and first quarter action plans. I have videos for those if you're interested. I'll leave them in the description box. I need to finish setting up my reading journal for January. I thought I would get it set up for the full year. I have not had time, so I'm just focusing on getting it ready for January. It's kind of like a whole house reset, kind of just closing out one year and getting ready for the new year, making sure that I have some ideas in place for rhythms that I'm hoping to implement in January, making sure all the budget stuff is ready, figuring out financial goals. I have some financial goals, but mainly I'm thinking about no spend rules. I'd like to do a no spend 2023. I'm not sure if I can set out at the beginning of the year and have all of those rules in place. So I think I'm going to take it on a month by month basis. I know we do have some bigger expenses coming up in 2023, which I have to factor into all of this no spend stuff. It is about 8:30 right now. Lucy is up and she has eaten breakfast. I just took a shower, so I'm feeling good. I need to go take care of the chickens. Emma and Jack are still in bed. Yeah, but we need to get the day started. I mean, they can stay in bed, but I need to get the day started. So the chickens are taken care of, and I've gotten the kitchen relatively clean. Jack and Emma are both up now. I just got Jack some breakfast. And now I'm going to sit down, and the first thing that I'm going to do for my reset is to look through my home planner for 2023. Now I have a whole walkthrough and review of this planner, and I have been using the printables, the weekly planning pages that come when I ordered this planner, it came with the fourth quarter printables for 2022, and so I have been using those weekly, trying to get used to the system, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, what changes I may need to make. But I have not read through all of the information that is in the front of the planner, and I haven't set anything up for 2023 at all. I don't think I'll be setting anything up today. I think I will work on setting up planners tomorrow. So my plan for today is to read through all of that information and make some notes about things that I plan to do in that planner. I just have a legal pad that I'm going to use to make some notes, because my hope is to use this home planner for home management and budgeting. And I did use an Erin Condren monthly planner for budgeting this year, not very successfully. I may not do well in a paper planner for budgeting because I've mentioned this several times. I've been using Excel spreadsheets to budget since I was a junior in high school, which is like many years ago at this point. So I have some stickers and things that I want to use in this planner for financial budget type stuff, but I'm not entirely sure on colors, on what I want to keep track of, all of that kind of stuff. So I'm going to read through it and just see what makes the most sense. I kind of have an idea of how I'm planning to use the weekly planning pages, but the monthly calendar, the extra not dashboard pages, but they have like goal pages. I want to read through all of the projects for the year, all of that stuff. So that's what I'm going to work on. Now I'm also going to take a look at my 7x9 daily duo. This is a 6-month There's 2 of them. There's 6 months, which is not my ideal. I would prefer to have a full year planner, either July through June or January through December. But based on some of the things that I'm doing in 2023, I did decide to go with the 7x9 daily duo, and so I need to kind of go through that as well because I haven't. I did get it in the mail several weeks ago and I promptly put it away. So that's what I'm going to work on right now, and also have more coffee. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about how things are going to be set up in my home planner. I do have a few things that I'm going to set up either today or tomorrow. I'm not sure when I will do that. The first is to go through these weekly projects. Well, I did go through them. I noticed that starting in July, they repeat with the same projects that start in January. So while I can see the value in doing a refresh like that mid-year, I also have a bunch of projects. Where did I put that? I also have a bunch of projects that I want to work on from this list. This is, I can't even remember what the printable was, from Tish Oxenrider from Simple Mom way back in the day. It's like 52 weeks of projects. Some of them are things that are like start a garden, give, create a regular monthly budget, switch to eco-friendly hair care and skincare, those types of things. But there are some other things that I also want to make into projects for the year. Things like streamline my mail, streamline my email, organizing files, plan in advance for the holidays, those types of things that I do want to include in some of these weekly projects. And then also I need to figure out when I am going to be doing homeschool planning this spring, summer, and seeing if I want to adjust some of the projects or if I want to have those in addition to home projects. So I have to figure that out, which that isn't something that's going to be figured out by January 1st. That's going to be kind of like a, let's see how the first quarter goes and then put some new projects down. And then the other thing is that I'm planning on doing a bowl full of lemons home organization challenge. I've attempted to do this. This will be the 3rd year, 2020, no, this will be the 4th year that I've tried to do this. The first year, 2020, we ended up moving. 2021, I did not do it because I just couldn't get my act together. Last year we were sick. This year, I'm crossing my fingers. Some of these projects overlap with some of the home projects from the home planner. So my hope is that I can use some of the information from a bowl full of lemons just to really get some of the extra cleaning stuff done. Now I am going through and I'm trying to figure out these budget categories. This is a thing that I printed off from the Budget Mom. I want to work more on tracking our expenses each month, things that, you know, food, going out to eat, home supplies, beauty supplies, hygiene products, all of that kind of stuff I want to organize, but I need to figure out what kind of budget categories I want to have. And so I'm actually going to try and watch a couple of YouTube videos about how other people use this. This is like variable expenses throughout the month. We have a very lean budget and I try not to spend extra money at all, but I am trying to do like a no spend, which I already mentioned. And so I'm just trying to figure out what the budget categories are that I want to track. I think it's going to be, you know, groceries eating out, I want them to be separate. It's going to be gas, it's going to be household, like cleaning products, that kind of stuff. But I'm not really sure because we put everything on the credit card and then pay it off each month. So we can afford what we're doing, but I just want to keep better track. I usually am very good about keeping track. This past year I've not been. So I want to be better about that. So that's what I'm going to work on now. I don't need to film that because I'm going to be, you don't need to watch me watch videos. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm still sitting in the same place. So I just did all of my budget categories, I think, for the different things that I want to track. This is all subject to change. It really is. Whenever you create a new system and you try to implement that, it does take quite a while to settle in and then make adjustments as you need to, and that's totally okay. This is just one of the ways that I'm hoping to track our expenses and you know, all the outflows and inflows of money for our home for 2023. I went through and I did little swatches for all of the little highlighters that I have. I got these mild liner highlighters. I had ordered these in November. They were supposed to come in November. They never came, so I got a refund from Amazon and then they came in the mail. So I had not purchased new ones to use instead, although I wish that I had gotten the larger pack of these because there are 20 budget categories, and I wasn't sure I would have 20 categories, but I do actually have 20 categories. And in fact, I could probably break those down a little bit more if I really want to. I'm not going to. I'll drive myself crazy if I do. So I'm going to use these, and then I also have these 5 dual tip, dual ink markers from Erin Condren that I got, I don't know when I got these, I think maybe around the start of homeschool this year. So I'm going to figure out which color I want each of the categories to be, and I printed out a new, this is just a junk list, I printed out a new budget category sheet on a nicer piece of paper, and I will write all of that stuff down. Yes. So that is where I'm at right now. It is 11. Jack and Lucy are playing. I might actually sit down and start to work on January's budget and also setting up some of the stuff in my home planner for next year. I'm just going to set up January and maybe some of the beginning stuff. Actually, there's really only, what did I see? There's a personal goals page, which I might do like health and wellness stuff, because I didn't really write a health and wellness goal for 2023 with my goals this year. It just wasn't something that I thought about, I guess. It didn't come out in my prep work or anything, so I might do something like that on the personal goals tracking page. They have like little line spaces for every month in 2023 where you can track something. It could be a savings goal, it could be steps per week, it could be minutes exercised, I don't know, mileage, I don't know, weight, whatever. I'm just trying to figure out some of those ideas. Although I might also look and see if anybody else has done like a setup for the home planner on YouTube. It might give me some ideas. Although oftentimes when I watch those setup videos, if I haven't really thought about something myself and I'm looking for specific examples, it doesn't get implemented well because it's not something that I really feel like I need to track. So there's that. And then I might see if I can fill out this budget worksheet with pencil and see how this goes for me, if it has everything that I need, and then I need to figure out as far as expense tracking where I'm going to do that. I might either just get a ledger, which is what I used to use, or total nerd, or I might find like a printable online that I can print out monthly and maybe put in a binder. I hate working out of a binder. even though I work out of several for homeschooling, maybe that's why. So that's my next step, is to get the budget category organizer completely done with the different colors. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my label maker and on each color I'm going to make a little label so that I remember which color is which. I'm sure as the year goes on I'll figure it out, but just at the beginning of the year there's so many categories and so many different colors. Some of them are very similar, so I need to make sure that I have that all organized the way that I want it. Yes. I also was going to print out mini monthly calendars for this page on in my daily duo, because I hate that they only have 6 months of mini calendars, and you might hear my chickens outside squawking. I want there to be 12 months. It has first 6 months of the year, and then it has all of 2024. So that's really annoying. So I'm going to print out a sticker to put in there, at least I was, but I can't find my sticker paper. I don't know where it is. It is lunchtime right now. Jack and Emma are eating. I have to make Lucy some food, but I wanted to stop for a minute and share. I was just trying to use the home planner budget worksheet that is in the home planner. And when I originally saw that budget worksheet, it was one of the reasons that made me purchase the Passionate Penny Pincher home planner. However, I just sat down to try and go through what I need to keep track of each month, my bills and such, and it has a lot of different categories and a lot of different items, but not all the items that I need to keep track of. There is a little miscellaneous space at the bottom, which I think has like 4 or 5 blank lines. I already filled those because there were not items within the other categories that fit my expenses. So that's not going to work, and I'm not going to try and force it. I did white out some of the different lines for things to try and make it work better for me, but it's not going to. And I just need to accept that. I am going to try and write out I'm going to try and write out our budget using the Dave Ramsey, what is it called? I can't remember what the Dave Ramsey budgeting sheets are. And these are old. These are from when we did Financial Peace, maybe in 2011, 2012. And I had downloaded a bunch of PDF files. So that's what I'm using. They may still be available on the Dave Ramsey website. I don't know if you have to take Financial Peace to get them, or if they have like free printables. I'm not sure. I'm going to try and write out our budget using that. If that doesn't work, I'm going to stick with my spreadsheet, and I will print out a copy of my spreadsheet and put it in a binder, because I am going to need to have some sort of expense tracking pages, either purchasing a ledger or using a 3-ring binder. I have considered just printing out a bunch of pages and binding it myself with my coil binder. However, I'm just not sure how many pages I will need each month, and I don't want to have too many or not enough. So I may just try it with the 3-ring binder for the time being. It's not my favorite way to plan, because I like to do a lot of planning on the couch when sitting down. Binders are just cumbersome to me. So it was a little disappointing that the home planner budget worksheets are not going to work, because that was one of the primary reasons that I purchased the home planner, to do financial and home management together. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of, I did my planner stack video several weeks ago, and I did say in that I might change back to my weekly planner. We will see. That's what we've been working on right now, budgeting stuff, lots of budgeting stuff, super fun. It's about 1:30 now, and I have just finished color coding my budget categories. It was a little touch and go for a few minutes because I had some highlighter colors that were very similar, and then I also lost track of what I was doing. Plus, I actually changed the categories from when I started. I still do have to write down the like what is included in the category, so I will write like a little bulleted list of what counts. Like for Izzy, it's, you know, dog food, grooming, supplements, vet bills, that kind of stuff. Homestead is like the chickens, any chicken feed that we need to get, if we sell eggs or supplies that we need for the chicken coop, or if we need to redo their run, all of that kind of stuff. Clothes, I originally had an adult and a kids clothes category, and I think I would still like to separate those two amounts, but I am going to have them be the same color, and then I will just put like a K or an A next to the purchase if it's for kids or if it's for adults, just so that I have a better understanding of how much we're spending on clothes. Matt and I don't spend an awful lot on clothes, but I obviously have to purchase clothes for the kids constantly. I did separate out groceries and eating out because I'd like to have an understanding of what we're spending at the grocery store versus what we're spending eating out. I will have Sam's Club bulk buying purchases in my grocery category, but I will take out any household things that we buy at Sam's Club and separate it out that way. I know it may sound really confusing, but I just need to have a better understanding of these particular categories. You know, how much are we spending for cleaning products and first aid supplies and medicine and all of these things. So that's where I'm at right now. I think I'm going to finish setting up my January reading journal stuff. It started snowing. The kids are all playing right now. I'm kind of hungry. I've done some laundry. Just trying to kind of finish up some last minute stuff so that tomorrow I can focus mainly on getting my planner set up. Again, I did my planner stack and I was really excited about the home planner, but now I'm like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the home planner, because if I'm only really using it for those weekly projects and some of the checklists during the week, I don't know, because the checklists that they have, let me show you. So these checklists for each day are repeated. The only difference is usually Saturday. It alternates throughout the month, but everything else is pretty much the same week to week. So I don't really want to write all of this stuff out. Again, I think we're just going to have to see how it goes. I'm still up in the air about these daily checklist pages too. If you saw my last weekly plan with me, I said that I was going to start trying to implement this stuff. I had started the weekly projects, and then I had started the daily task lists, but I hadn't done the habit stuff, the morning and evening, because a lot of this stuff is not stuff that I do in the morning or in the evening because of being homeschoolers and whatnot. Plus it was December, and December is a little bit different anyways. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Obviously, I am going to use the planner in January, and we will see how it goes. I kind of gave myself like 6 months because the new Erin Condren planners come out like in April, May for July start. So if it's not working, if my system isn't working, then I will change back to my weekly planner, my Erin Condren weekly, and write in the tasks that I want to complete each day. Yeah, so it's a new system. Implementing a new system is challenging, but I am really happy that I got this budget category list mostly done. I am just going to sit down and work through what is included in each category. Then I'm going to work on my January budget. it's not really a January budget. It's like January to February because my husband only gets paid once a month. So I go based on his when he gets paid through the next time that he gets paid. So I need to work on that. I'm going to try and use the Dave Ramsey budget worksheets for that. And then I am also going to print out, hopefully I can find some sort of a printable for an expense tracker, which is what I plan to write everything down that we spend to get a good handle on things. Yeah. But I think I'm going to wrap up this vlog here today. It's been a really good day. I'm really happy with the progress that I've made, and I know that I still have a bunch of stuff that I need to get done to really set 2023 right for me. But for me, I've always taken the week between Christmas and New Year's, I spend a lot of time doing reflection and getting things set up for the new year, but I like to ease into a new year. So the first couple of weeks of January, I'm not expecting to be totally in all of my systems and being super successful. I want to take a little bit of time to work through. It's going to take a longer time to implement some of these systems because I'm not used to them. And so they need to become habits, and it takes a while for that to happen. So that's kind of where we are at right now. Tomorrow is actually my monthly reset or my planning day. So I will have more stuff that I will do tomorrow, but I'm feeling good about the stuff that I've done today. I feel like I've been really productive. I've got some cleaning done. I think what I'm going to do is actually sit down and do some reading this afternoon. I got this book from the library, The Future is Analog by David Sachs. It's really interesting to me so far. I think that as I'm going into 2023 and my word of the year is slow, and I'm considering doing more tech-free days and weekends and weeks throughout 2023, I think that reading some of these slow living books is going to be encouraging to me. So far, it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm only a couple of chapters in, but that's what I think I'm going to end here with today. I'd like to make a cup of tea and just sort of relax with the kids. We are on homeschool break for a little bit longer, so that is nice. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.